Virat Kohli made us wait a lot when it came to his 71st international century. Then came the 72nd, and today as we speak came his 73rd international century. It came at the Barsapara Cricket Stadium in Guwahati, and once again every time that Virat Kohli scores a century, he does break a few records, and he's done that today as well. One of the other things that's been happening for a while, and yes, we possibly weren't really talking about it a lot because in the ODI format as well, Virat Kohli wasn't scoring those hundreds, but yes, in quick time now he scored two back-to-back centuries. Yes, he scored one against Bangladesh, and now he's again gone ahead and scored one in that first ODI against Sri Lanka, and in doing so he's broken records. And again, that debate that we all keep talking about, when will Virat Kohli be emulating the greatness of Sachin Tendulkar, or is he the greatest batter in the ODI format? Well, there are some startling numbers that we are here to talk about, and we're going to be breaking those numbers down to you, and you can decide for yourself as to who the greater batsman is. But one thing's for sure, that he definitely, with all the numbers that he's managed to produce, he's definitely made his idol proud of him. Let's quickly have a look at how the numbers stack up as things stand now. With 257 innings that Virat Kohli has played in the ODI format, he scored 12,584 runs, 45 centuries for him in the ODI format. When you compare that number with that of Sachin, well, there's just a gap of 4 centuries, and those 4 centuries may well come in this year. Remember, it's an ODI World Cup here. India is going to be playing a lot of ODIs in the build up to the World Cup, and yes, of course, you will be looking at about 6 to 8 games depending on how far India go in the tournament during that time as well. Can Virat Kohli breach Sachin Tendulkar's record this year during the World Cup? We'll have to wait and watch. But certainly all those who had written Virat Kohli out, well, they'll definitely be considering that verdict of theirs, because Virat Kohli has really brought that gap down to 4 centuries. Look at the averages also. Sachin Tendulkar, yes, finished with 44.83 as his career average, but Virat Kohli having a superior average as things stand. Yes, his average did take a bit of a dip in that lull that he had for a couple of years wherein he didn't get an ODI century, but Virat Kohli's numbers looking extremely good as things stand. But like I told you earlier, we are here to break the numbers down for you and tell you, and you can judge for yourself who the greater batsman is. But the numbers have a startling story to tell, as I said earlier as well, because there's a wide gap between the two players when you talk about how the numbers stack up after 266 ODIs. Yes, Virat Kohli is playing his 266th ODI as of now, and for a reason we say that Sachin Tendulkar's record is now in extreme danger, because, well, he's got a lot of time on him, Virat Kohli, first things first, but look at the rate at which he's been scoring runs, and you can see Virat Kohli scored 12,584 runs in 266 ODIs, and Sachin only had 10,105 runs after the same number of ODIs. That's a difference of 2,400 runs. Also, let me tell you here, when we speak about Virat Kohli crossing the 12,500 mark in terms of numbers, yes, he did that in this very match at the Barsapara Cricket Stadium, but he also in doing so became the fastest cricketer to score 12,500 runs in ODI cricket. Speaking of the number of centuries, look at that gap. Huge gap when you talk about centuries. 17 centuries more he's gotten in comparison to his idol Sachin Tendulkar. 45 centuries for Virat Kohli as against only 28 that Sachin has. Yes, of course, Sachin, and this was around the 2001-2002 mark that Sachin had played 266 ODIs. Of course, he started his career early as well and managed to play the game for another 10 years. You don't quite see that happening in Virat Kohli's case. Yes, you do expect him to stick around for another couple of years, maybe 4 to 5 more years. If that's the case, well, you can imagine for yourself what this number could maybe look like. But Virat Kohli, look at the average as well and the strike rate, having a superior average and strike rate as well. when compared to his idol Sachin Tendulkar. Superior averages, superior strike rate, and those 50s as well. He's got 64 50s in comparison to only 50 50s that Sachin Tendulkar had. Yes, the one thing when you talk about the comparison between the two greats is the fact that yes, Sachin was able to prolong his career because there wasn't any T20 cricket back then, and workload management has shifted or rather changed, I would say, in the last 2 decades. Now you've got players playing in all 3 formats. Yes, you will not see Virat Kohli playing a lot of T20 cricket this year, as we saw in the recently concluded Sri Lanka series as well. So there is a lot at play. There's a lot of different dynamics when you talk about how the game's played in the modern day. But Virat Kohli is an absolute beast when it comes to the ODI format. There's no doubting that, and for a reason. When you look at these numbers, you believe that yes, Sachin Tendulkar's record is now actually in danger. How far ahead can Virat Kohli get of Sachin Tendulkar? That is something that is open for debate, and you guys can let us know in the comment section what you have to feel about how far Virat Kohli can. That there is no absolutely doubt in the fact that he will definitely be bridging this gap that you presently see, 4-century gap. He just needs 4 more to get to 100 centuries. But Virat Kohli, looking at the form that he is able to find himself again, well, this very well may be the year. Let us know in the comment section. Do you see Virat Kohli reaching the 49th century mark in this very calendar year, or do you see it happening sometime next year? Let us know in the comment section. Also, do let us know who between the two of them is the absolute greatest of all time for you. For now, that's all the time that we have. My name is Harshit Ahuja. Thank you so much for watching this video, and like we say this to you always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Sports Day so that we bring you all the very latest that's happening in the world of sport. Thank you so much for watching this video.